Hello and welcome to this video. This is my allotment shed, and you might think why there is a plastic roof on a very old with probably rotten wood shed. Well, in this video I'm going to explain why and how I did it. First of all, I had not much choice but to redo the roof. These are the conditions in which I found the roof. A lot of different material and stuff put there just because, plastic, corrugated iron sheet, also misplaced, and holes, and rotten wood, and some remaining of felt. I had to do something. And in the decision, the bigger driver was modularity. So this shed is very old, so I'm not sure how long it will last. If I have problem with the shed and I have to take it down, this construction is modular, so I can just take off all of the new wood that I've put, and I can repurpose this as a cloche or as a cold frame. So I have explored wood, the classic OBS plus felt, but I didn't like it. It had roughly the same cost, but I didn't like how once you put the felt, the wood on the roof has no second use, which is important not knowing the condition of the shed. And of course with the PVC I could grow something. I have started by building the frame of the roof, taking some nice measurement. Here you can see how I put the central beam, the same way it was built in the previous shed. And here you can see how I have painted it in red. I have put also some other roof beam with a 45 degrees cut, all by hand roughly, and then I have created this roof frame for the installation of PVC panel. Obviously I have covered it because I did this in 2 sittings and the step 0 was to uncover it. I've used some felt and some tarpaulin, but this obviously, if you can do everything in one day, you can skip this. A bit unexpectedly, the step 1 is to glue the eaves filler. The eaves filler are these expanded plastic thingies that are used to not let the water in and the wind in. It is very simple to install them. Just with a silicone gun, a cutter, and then you tap like you are a piano player, and you put them in position. Step 2 is to prepare the sheets, so the pre-drilling. You can put them on the roof and mark with a marker like I did the place where you want the hole. They must be on the top of the corrugation for a reason that you will see later. And then prepare the fixings and installing the sheet. So the fixings, here you see how I'm fiddling with them, are just a screw with a screw cap and a plastic case that you need them because of the rain. So once that you have all your sheet nice and pre-drilled, you have the fixing in your pocket. Every 2 or 3 corrugation you put your fixing. The more the better, but there's no need to overdo them. I have not pre-drilled the wood, I think, but definitely pre-drill the sheets. Another important thing to consider when installing them is the overlap between one sheet and another, because it gives waterproofness. So 2 or 3 corrugation. Step 4 is to prepare the ridge. You need to pre-drill in the exact location where the fixing will be, which is where the top fixing of the sheet is, because the fixing will pass through the ridge, the sheeting, and then on the beam. This is very important, and there's some mistake that I have done that I will show you later. This is very important, please pay attention. I am trimming the excess of plastic, shaking it, and then brushing it and removing it, because when you work with plastic you generate microplastic by drilling, cutting, and so on. So it is very important that we do this, because we don't want additional microplastic in the environment and in your garden. We already have enough in the world. Here I am putting some tape which has the function to help putting the ridge in place. It has two adhesive sides, one that will go on the ridge and one with a liner. It also fills any gap between the ridge and the sheeting, ensuring waterproofness. To install it, first glue it in place. Then, with the fixing, you need to pass through the holes that you have made in the ridge. Then, through the holes that you made in the sheetings, you have to thread the needle very carefully here. And then through the eaves filler, and then solidly anchor it into the central or ridge beam. Here you can see halfway the job, how it look like, and you can see also how many screws I have put. So I put them in excess, but of course the more fixing you put, the better it is. And this is an aerial view that I have done with a drone. No, joking, I don't have a drone. In this part I will quickly show you how I have fixed the last sheet. Very satisfying to see this coming together. As you can see, I went over, so the shed is 2 meters long and the total length of the roof is 2.15 meters, so the water falls a bit further away. Here you can see how there is a bit of delamination, so I obviously done some mistake in putting the ridge. So I could have done it with longer distance between the top and the screw. I don't know, I could have done something better. But here it is how it look. It's fantastic. I like it and I hope you like it too. But if you don't, I don't mind. We can discuss it in the comment section. Personally, I love how airy and open it looks. Be there is a real pleasure. But 1 year later, that is the best thing that I can show you to prove how good it is. No, a single drop of rain has entered in the shed, so completely waterproof. But there are some disadvantages that I am going to explain in this section. Some of these disadvantages, as you can see, some of the disadvantages are that I notice a build-up of algae in here. It's not a big deal, I hope. It will tend to yellow with time. If there's some bird droppings, you will see them, but after 1 year there are none, so it's good. So at the end it is a choice to do a regular felted roof or a PVC roof. I gave it a try. It seemed very much easier to assemble for me. Even I didn't have as you could see, I didn't have a ladder and not much knowledge as well. So this was the story of my shed. I hope this has inspired someone, but if not, because maybe you don't have a shed but you're still interested in gardening, please go on, because this is the best hobby in the world and there's nothing better than exchange ideas and experience and talk about our gardens and sharing our opinions with each other. Thank you for watching so far. I hope you liked the video and see you soon.